Mix 106 movie reviews with Willie Waffle, our exclusive Mix 106 movie critic. 2 movies for you this week, and one of them for the kids, supposedly. One of them for adults that's causing people to get sick in movie theaters. We have Jason Gordon-Levitt in The Walk and Hugh Jackman in Pan.
It may not be the greatest Peter Pan story you've ever seen, but thank God it doesn't have Brian Williams' daughter cackling like a rooster.
What?
You don't remember? Oh, the musical that NBC did last year?
Oh, that's right. They got killed over that musical.
Yeah. I will have that noise haunting my memory until the day I die.
All right. I still absolutely love the Robin Williams version of Peter Pan. Does this come close?
Well, this goes in the other direction, where that one may have been a sequel. This one is a prequel. This is when we learn how Peter Pan becomes Peter Pan. And he's just an orphan living in an orphanage in London during World War II. And, he believes every day that his mother will come back for him. But the only person who comes back for him are pirates. Yes, in the middle of the night, the pirates are stealing the orphans, shuttling them off to Neverland, and forcing them to work in the mines, digging for fairy dust. And the person in charge of this whole dastardly operation is Blackbeard the pirate, played by Hugh Jackman. When Peter Pan shows up, it turns out he could be the prophesized one.
So I do like the fact that they're doing something completely different.
Well, they are doing something completely different, but they are making Peter Pan Harry Potter. Okay,
Oh.
We've got orphans, we've got Brits, we've got the prophesized one. They might as well just call Blackbeard the one who shall not be named. Okay, that's really where this is. And in the movie, you feel you feel torn in the movie because on the one hand, it's a very dark, mysterious kind of Tim Burton type film, and Hugh Jackman is dastardly evil. He's wonderfully villainous. You just love watching him chew up the scenery as the bad guy. But then they also make it a kids' movie. And there's lots of action, and there's lots of stuff that they throw in there because I saw it in 3D, and they want you to see it in 3D. But it becomes repetitive. And you also have Garrett Hedlund playing James Hook, pre-Captain James Hook. And he's just trying everything he can to sound like he's Han Solo. And it just ain't working.
All right, so you saw it in 3D.
Yeah.
The main question I have to ask now, because I just saw The Martian last week in 3D and paid the extra money, and it was totally not worth the extra money, even though the movie was fantastic. Is Pan worth the extra $5 in 3D?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
There were a couple of moments where I was glad I was watching it in 3D, and there were some cute little things in there to kind of make it more exciting for 3D. But overall, I don't know if it's really worth it.
All right.
So I'm going to say 2.5 waffles. I think you've got an entertaining movie, but a movie that's going to be horribly frightening for little children. And I have this fear that people are taking their kids to see Peter Pan, and they're going to get what they get.
Of course, they're taking their kids. Peter Pan's a kids' movie.
Right.
All right, our next movie, not really a kids' movie. And when I saw the previews for The Walk, I thought, wow, this looks like a really dumb movie.
Well, it's actually more exciting than that. It is the true story of when this Frenchman, Philippe Petit, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, in 1974, he's kind of this street performer, and he has an idea. He wants to string a high wire between the 2 towers of the World Trade Center and walk across it. And, well, he feels that will be very entertaining for people. And for the rest of us, we're thinking, you're going to die or get arrested.
I was going to say, what year did this happen?
1974.
There is no way in the world something like this could happen. Now, granted, I know the Twin Towers aren't there anymore, but there's no way in the world something like this would ever happen now.
Not even close. And you see that the only reason it really happens then is because the buildings are under construction. So there are a lot of people going in and out all the time. And so it becomes kind of this caper film, and that's the fun part. Watching him and his motley crew of co-conspirators, kind of planning and plotting. How are they going to get into the building? How are they going to build the wire? How are they going to haul all this equipment to the top floor? I mean, it's really heavy stuff. So you've got that part, which I think is fun. And then you also have the part that everybody's looking forward to, The Walk. The part that you've heard is making people sick. The part that you've heard is visually stunning. So I did it, people. I had a big lunch before I went to see this movie. and I went to see it in IMAX 3D.
Uh-oh.
And I survived. However, someone else in my theater did not.
They literally got sick over this.
Made it to the bathroom, thankfully, but got ill.
Oh,
and it's because you feel like you are literally there. You feel like you are standing on the roof. You feel like you are walking across the tightrope. You feel like you are looking down. You are feeling the wind. It is absolutely one of the most amazing experiences you'll ever have in a movie.
So I guess I don't really have to ask you, was 3D IMAX worth the extra $10?
I think big screen minimum is demanded. 3D and IMAX really does make it even more fun. But keep in mind, it's only for those scenes. The rest of the movie, you're like, dude, there is no reason this needs to be in 3D.
All right. Does the visual effects are stunning? How about the story? Does the story keep up with the visual effects?
When it's a caper movie, yes. But when they focus in on Philippe Petit and we see more about him, we start to realize, oh God, he's a jerk, and that doesn't fit with our feel good, fun movie. And I realize they're trying to keep it real. They're trying to